Bruce, as unpredictable and difficult as this league could be, could you ever imagine that you'd have two back-to-back games where you never trail for 1 second?
No, to be honest, but the emphasis that as soon as the Oklahoma game ended, I talked to them about maturity, talked to them about leadership, about getting ready, preparing yourself. And I showed them a video that Kenny Smith did the other night during one of the NBA games, just about how the difference between winning teams and losing teams, and having that edge, that mental preparation, doing the little things. And, I thought we came out with really good emotion. We executed, jumped on them 7-0, I think 11-3. When you think about it, that's the difference in the game. So great start. They weren't going to quit. They keep coming back. Robinson's a handful, but I thought we wore him down. As the game went down, continued, and I don't want to say he didn't want the ball, but he was letting other people try to do stuff. And, and it was very early with the help of our big guys in that ball screen because it's so hard. We turned them over 8 times, them 18. Then it was Cartier, it was Mike McGuirl, even Cam a little bit. So it was just a good team effort as far as the defense goes. You hold them almost 30 points below their average. They were number 1 in scoring, I think, number 1 in field goal, 3-point percentage, 2 in field goal, number 1 in assists. So we did a lot of good things and then executed on the other end, especially early. Once we heard Noy wasn't going to play before the game, and we didn't tell the players. But the coaches, Coach Korn, myself, we knew they're going to go zone. And they haven't played. They've played 15 possessions of zone all year. But once we got on that run, and they got down, you got to give them credit, got them back in the game. I thought we had some good looks. We just missed some easy ones. And then the second half, I thought we did a little better job of moving the ball, getting it where we needed to against the zone.
Yeah, speaking of that, Bruce, how far along has your zone offense come in the last couple of weeks?
Well, actually, we haven't faced the zone in over 2 weeks, so we haven't done much of it. And yesterday, I did one shooting drill, which is trying to get them to move and do some things. I wrote on the board even just so it wouldn't catch them by surprise. I said, as soon as they go zone, and I said, we're going to run this play. Here's the other things we can look at. And, obviously it helps to have him flashing in the middle, making plays. It helps Cam make shots. But I thought we did a better job of attacking, getting inside, getting some layups, which was crucial. As you attack that zone, you just can't depend on threes.
How good do you feel for a guy like X? He's played great defense the last, all season long, and then today get a lot of scoring opportunities and take advantage of them.
Well, I talked about before the game how each guy, their niche. I told the team, Xavier, even though he hasn't scored, he's led us in rebounding when D went out. He's leader on the play hard chart. He defended Shyak. He's done all these other things that make a difference. And, he keep hanging in there, and he got a layup, and then he hit a 3, and then he made his free throws, and we got the lob dunks, some great passes. It's good for him, because he's done all the other stuff that has helped us win without getting the publicity. And now, obviously, when you get 18 points, he'll be in here soon. Everyone notices more. But even though he's done a lot of stuff to help us in the last few games.
There was a possession late in the game defensively in transition where both Mack and Dean got matched up against the guards, and they couldn't get around them. I know it's just one possession, but can you talk about their versatility?
Well, and I said Mack last year with Trey Young and Robinson, he's about as good a ball screen defender, big guy as there is in the country. He just does a great job, and it's not easy, and you got to do it every time. Now, he got in foul trouble, so he's a little fresher in the second half. Made a big offensive rebound putback when, he did it against Oklahoma, did it again tonight. Those are big plays, momentum changers. But we didn't do early was in transition match up and just take anybody. But on those plays we did. I've said Dean is one of the best defending big guys in the country. People just don't realize it. He can move his feet. He's smart. He knows their concept. He studies the game. So he can do it. And even Mack is, does it, whether it's you're guarding a big guy and you're helping, or you can just guard a guard. We feel good about all of them doing that. We were switching everything at the end. So
With Xavier, there's a couple possessions there where he had an open look at a three, but passed it up and drove instead. Do you encourage that out of him, or what's kind of the?
We've told him he's got to go get some layups, and he even tonight he passed up a layup down the stretch. He, be confident. We've worked on it. It's not just all three balls, and now you go to the hoop and you get fouled, you get free throws, and put them in a little bit of a bind. So they're. It's important. We've talked to him about find other ways of scoring than just the threes and rely on that. His athleticism, his activity is so good. And, so it's good to see him getting to the hoop and give us a different look.
Looking at the stat sheet here, the top 5 guys listed, 8 points, 16, 8, 10, 18. How beneficial was it for you guys today to have the depth, the experience that you guys have on this roster?
Oh, it's big time for us. Everyone kind of was sharing the ball. Everyone was flashing, moving, had great energy. When you play with great energy, it feels like shots tend to fall better. And so, got to credit the guards, Barry, all those guys for really slowing us down, getting us into things, and, find the open person, and so it really benefited everyone tonight.
And after starting 0-2 in Big 12 play, is it kind of crazy for you guys even to wrap your head around the fact that you guys could potentially be in first place in the conference tonight?
We knew we were a good team. We just got to come out and show it. And, these past 4 games, we came out and really played like we know we can play. And our leadership's been great for us and really pushed us to be as good as we can. And we knew we could be really good, but it was just time until we came out and really showed it.
Coach Austin Trice just had the 1 minute tonight. Was that just a bad matchup for him tonight, or what was kind of the reason?
Other guys are playing well, and he's got to learn how to play. It's a big jump from junior college to here, and some guys do it a little quicker. It's concepts, offense, defense, a lot of different things. So, Levi gives us they got a big body in there. Levi James gives us a little more size in there to help Mac out. Austin's got what Dean does and what Xavier does, guarding multiple positions, it's not easy, and you got to really learn concepts, and it'll come with time. He's just got to keep a great attitude and keep working at it.
For Dean, what kind of momentum boost was it to see those 2 lob dunks go down from Xavier? And for Coach, when you look down at the stat sheet, what single thing impresses you most about this game?
For me, the 15-7 assist turnovers. We only had 2 at half. It was 9-2. And then obviously the turning them over 18 times and Robinson, 8 of them. Last year, if you look at the stats, and I talked to the team about this, he had 7 turnovers here. He had 5 there and 6 in the tournament. And our deflections were really high. And I thought that would be one of the keys in the game to keep them out of rhythm.
Watching, extra on the floor, and it being for TCU, it's kind of demoralizing. You got everyone pushing the ball and X coming out on the backside. You throw up and just, he's athletic. Gets the whole crowd going, puts it down. It's hard to really come back from that. And as for us, it's great energy for us. Gets us all really hyped up, ready to go. And it seems like after a couple of those go down, our defense really kind of gets back going, flowing hard, and get some turnovers and get some transition after those.
Coach, we talked a lot about your defense throughout the season, but the three-point defense the last few games, what's been the difference there in clamping down?
We talked a lot about disciplined closeouts, getting to the shooters. We had to change our scheme a little bit this time, and we were worried a little because they're so good at back cuts, and they get you on that. They got Bane, got Barry at the end, but and our guys even said, they looked at us, it's hard to, one guy's cutting and now they kick it ahead and now you got to get disciplined closeout. But, getting to the shooter's position, Coach Korn talked a lot he had the scout about having live feet, being ready. Because you don't know, that dude, he's magical. You don't know where he's passing it. And if you could read his eyes, it's kind of like reading Tom Brady or Mahomes or, whoever. You're in the DB, you got to see it. And get live feet, get to the shooters, contest. They got going a little bit. And at the end of the half, they hit a couple that got them back in the game.
Bruce, it felt like It felt like in this game that multiple of your guys were trying to look for that extra pass, passing up maybe a shot or two. Where do you feel like your ball movement has really grown over these 4 wins?
I would say it's way advanced from where we started the season. There's no doubt about it. Sometimes we've told them, they're making – it's great to make the extra pass, but we're making the extra pass, and we're turning away good shots. We always talk to Dean when he was young, there's no more open than open. And if you turn down the open one now, usually it allows the defense to recover, and somebody's not going to, and it's going to cause a problem with the possession. So I'm happy they're passing it. I'm happy we're taking care of the ball, but also be ready. We're confident they can make shots.
Dean, just how much more confident is this team right now after the last couple of weeks?
We're very, very confident. We knew we were a good team. We hadn't showed it a few times this season, but right now we're hitting our stride, and everyone's playing great basketball. Really defensive focused, not worried about themselves, really worried just about the team, and playing for the people with the K-State on the front. It's really benefited everyone. I mean, we're just playing great basketball right now, and our confidence is at an all-time high, and hopefully we keep that rolling.
Could you sense just how much of a lift it was for you to come back for the rest of the team?
Not really. I mean, I thought we were just playing good basketball to begin with. West Virginia, the second half, they played awesome. I mean, it was amazing to watch. From then on, I think that was really just a changing point, and we've been playing like that the rest of the season.
Xavier, you've contributed all over the court in all different categories on the stat sheet, but tonight you have your most points since against Kentucky in the NCAA tournament. How does this feel?
It's good to see a couple go down. I was just picking and choosing my spots and on the defense, and just giving me what they were giving to me, just taking what they were giving to me, and just knocking down some shots for my team.
Your final points, you got the ball, kind of cradled it like a running back, went up and scored on the layup. What was going through your mind with under 2 minutes to go?
Just seen the opening, just took it to the lane. Coach is always preaching us, take it to the lane and jump stop, see what happened, but the lane was open, so I took the layup.
Bruce, there's so much made about high-scoring offenses. It's kind of rare that a Big 12 team goes to the NCAA tournament when it averages fewer than 70 points a game. But how is this team maybe debunking that trend this season?
Well, I think we are, and I hope we continue. And Dean just talked about get it better offensively. I think we'll improve. And a lot of it is sharing the basketball. But we talked last year. We got older guys. They take a lot of pride in defense. We thought they found out if we guarded people, it gave us a chance to win in the tournament. And Dean talked 50 points. West Virginia second half. Iowa State, we had a great first half. Second half, we didn't share it as much, didn't move it as much, and it's a tough place to play. I thought Oklahoma, we did a lot of good things, 75. And then tonight, if they don't go zone, obviously we're gonna score a lot more points. But just be a little more sharper with that. We got a good group. They buy into it. Our coaches do a great job. They prepare, and hopefully it'll be the foundation. We always say, what's your foundation early is going to be your foundation late, and that's got to be it. And now, slowly but surely, get our offense better and kind of get clicking at the right time.
Xavier Coach was just talking about how all season you've been, doing things that aren't so noticeable, whether it's getting rebounds or playing good defense. Tonight, you got the 18 points. Is it nice to finally, be noticed for the scoring at this point?
Not really. Just as long as we get the W, that's what I'm here for, to help the team get the W. And it helps out that I help contribute on the scoring end for us today.
And there's a couple plays that I noticed where you had an open three, but you kind of passed it up and drove instead. What kind of went into those decisions?
Like Coach said, always making the extra pass, and probably a couple, like we said before, a couple of them probably open, could have shot, but making the extra pass, getting my teammate open.
Dean, you're always really quick to tell us that you're healthy and not use injuries as an excuse, but did you come back from this faster than you thought? Like, to be back in rhythm the last 2 games, did you think it would come this quick for you?
I hadn't even really thought about it. I'm not sure. I really, Oklahoma, I thought it came a little faster than I was expecting. But, I wasn't thinking it would take too long. So, like 3 games maybe, I'll be back to normal.
And then Coach, you talked last game about handling success, and then today you guys did that. Did they prepare the way you wanted to coming into this game?
Yesterday it was great practice, very focused. You can tell that, keep that edge, that desire to determine. I thought, we talked about a determined effort at Iowa State, and we had that. That's how you win on the road, but you got to have that same mentality at home also. You can't just anticipate you're going to win. The league, it was 3 out of the last 10 games before today, it was 3 wins for the home team, 7 wins for the road team. So, and we had 2 of those. It make you keep that preparation, that determination. And we got older guys. It's got to be there. It's got to be the difference, especially as we move forward into the the dog days of the season. But we got ourselves in the mix now. From 2 weeks ago, we were way deep in a hole, and to their credit, you feel good about where they've put themselves, and it's. And Barry didn't have the big game, and he's been unbelievable 3 in a row. But, he still guarded the heck out of people, and each guy's figuring out where they can help the team be successful.
Early in the game, you got Barry, the ball on the move off a handoff. You got Mac on the block off a cross screen, and then Cam on a down screen. You hear a lot about football coaches predetermining their first 15, 20 plays. Is that something
those were all scripted, and they got to make the play, they got to execute, and they did a great job with that. They got some young guys. We talked about, can we take advantage of them and do some of those different actions? We're good when we executed. And then you got to finish the play. Cam's got to make the shot. Barry's got to make the shot. But we're seeing things and executing and figuring it out. And I'm also trying to find a way to get everyone something so they feel good about it and don't think they have to take a bad one just because they haven't shot in a while. But they're much better about moving the basketball.
Dean, you guys probably have an opportunity to be able to tie for first place in the Big 12 on Tuesday against another ranked team. How juiced do you think the student section in Bramlage will be?
I'm hoping it's going to be rocking in there, sold out hopefully, and hopefully, the way we play today encourages more students and people to come for Tuesday. But, we can't rely on that for our energy. We have to bring our own energy, and we make the crowd loud. They don't make us play better or anything, so we really got to come focused on ourselves, and hopefully all the K-State fans, everybody's there and cheering for us, and so I'm expecting a big crowd, but we're just worried about the game.
Bruce, we kind of repeatedly heard you talk about in the preseason, you thought a lot of the rankings maybe had you guys kind of too low in terms of right outside the top 10. Is this kind of the team, the last 2 games, that you envisioned in terms of when you were saying all that kind of stuff about, like, well, maybe more people should have been watching us, and kind of what you envisioned for this season?
But we had to figure it out. We had to go through some adversity. We had to go through some tough times and figure it out. They had to figure it out. And I can promise you that they'll tell you after Kennesaw State, I was not very happy. And I did not like how we were playing. And then I thought the tournament, Virgin Islands, it seemed like we kind of clicked again, and then, so it was, I'm happy with it. We got to keep getting better. Teams get better as the season goes on. I don't care what sport it is, you get better. And some of it, winning helps, but, staying focused, improving, learning, watching film, preparing, all that stuff makes a difference. And hopefully they have that desire. Now we get, 2 weeks ago, Cam said, I want to win a Big 12 championship. And I was like, I want to win a game. I didn't tell him that, but in my heart I was like, I got to get back, Coach. And, now they put themselves in that position to compete for it. So we'll see what happens.
Anything else for these guys?
I just want to, it's Legends Weekend, and we were so fortunate to have some of the all-time greats here. And they braved the weather. Last night I felt bad. Bailey does such a great job with our former players. Puts in a lot of time. I kind of gave her that project a few years ago. They've got to know her. The people take so much pride. And I was going to cancel the event last night because I was sliding off the road. People were flying all over the place. But we had probably 20 or 30 there last night, and then we had a bunch more today at the game. But, when you get Mike Evans and Rolando and Chucky, unbelievable 3 guys that are so special to the program. These are all-time greats, not just K-State, college basketball, NBA guys. So we get fortunate to have them talk to our guys. But all the guys, last night, they all watch the games. They know what's going on. They take a lot of pride, and just fortunate, great tradition here. And I don't think people realize how good it is. So it's great to have those guys back.
Do you feel like going out playing Texas Tech again that you guys are maybe better prepared to handle them now?
I hope so. We scored in the second half. Last year they just came in here and out-toughed us. It was 25-23 at halftime, and Evans took over. They made the plays. We cannot let them out-tough us. They are tough. They win because they're tough, and they grind it out. They're gutsy. And you got to give them credit. Iowa State just took it at them the other night. That was the first time I saw somebody our second half, we got it going. We broke their defense down. Iowa State did it pretty much all game. So we got to be ready, toughness-wise. We cannot, if they want a pretty game, it's not happening, especially to win it. So we have to come with that toughness to beat them. And they beat us 3 in a row now. If we're going to make improvement as a team, here's a chance, here's an opportunity on Tuesday night.